I've never seen such a hardcore man before, someone who could take on a survival challenge in the wilderness alone for 2.5 months. Using his old-school techniques, he single-handedly transformed an entire hillside into a luxurious 3-room house with just his bare hands. Inside, there's not only a solid wooden king-size bed, but also a rotating dining table and an open, modern kitchen. The entire construction looks like it was built by a deity. It's so spectacular that a science fiction movie would look bland in comparison. If the boys from 7-Star Mountain got their hands on this place, they'd set up shop here so permanently the organizers would go bankrupt. As winter approached, A Long decided he needed to build a strong winter shelter right there in the forest. He chose a spot on a steep, vertical hillside slope. First, he gathered some wooden branches, sharpened the bottom ends, and drove them into the ground to create 2 parallel rows. The sturdy base for the shelter was ready. After that, he laid thick logs across them and secured them tightly with wooden pegs. This created a slide rail track for transporting soil. To make a container, he took an empty plastic shell, cleaned out the trash inside, and got to work. This hillside had been treeless for a long time, so the soil was very hard and solid. This is exactly why A Long chose this location. While the digging might be tough, there was absolutely no risk of collapse later. Now that the transport device was ready, his speed increased many times over. After a full day of digging, the first cave was complete. Next, he went for a walk by the nearby river and saw many snails stuck to the rocks, and plenty of mussels in the water. A Long collected a whole bowl full. What were these for? We don't know, nor dare to ask. Following this, he dug 2 pits in the ground and created a tunnel between them. Then, he took wooden branches and leaves to make a fan-like blade. That's when it became clear, he was making a blower, air-pushing machine, to make the fire burn faster. As soon as the entire stove was ready, A Long prepared to light a lamp. He thoroughly mixes the materials with his left hand, then shapes them into cone-shaped balls. After that, he dries them carefully near the stove. Now comes the moment of miracle. All of this was actually just to make a simple lamp. What principle does it operate on? If anyone knows, you can share it in the comments. Now that he had a source of light, A Long could work continuously, day and night. After 2 days and 2 nights of hard work, he finally dug out 3 uniformly sized caves. But A Long didn't stop there. He continued to dig inward until the 3 caves were connected to each other. To make it habitable for a long time, the next task was building the walls. A Long struck the tip of his knife into a piece of wood, creating a scraper to easily peel the bark off the logs. He drove wooden sticks into the ground for support so the logs wouldn't spin while he cut them. According to his measurements, he prepared several round logs with pointed ends. These were used to make the support pillars for the shelter, and they were joined at the top with a special joint to ensure every piece fit snugly. For the walls, the wood was prepared with a linear cut, allowing it to fit tightly into the columns and make the entire structure strong. When all 3 walls were ready, thick logs were laid across the top to prevent soil and moisture from entering from above. After this, he gathered some stones and used a soil-bonding mixture as mortar to build a stone wall for the little house. Even oddly shaped stones were transformed by A Long's skill into a perfectly straight and solid structure. His stonemasonry technique is so good that any craftsman would admire it. After the stone wall was complete, a layer of stone slabs was also laid inside, making the place look clean and organized. Now his bedroom is completely ready, only the furniture remains. Using the leftover wood from the walls, A Long cut joints into the ends of the logs and used a special joint technique to create a sturdy bed frame. To make the bed boards, he split the wood in half to create flat planks, and just like that, his beautiful bed was ready. The finished product looks something like this. Now the wooden planks can be laid on top. Finally, they are securely fixed with iron nails. Thus, a strong, all-wood bed is ready, and once the bed was done, a dining table was essential. A Long prepared the top part of the table in just a few minutes, then he drew a circular shape on a wooden plank and cut it out. A great round table was ready. To make it rotating, he drilled a small hole in the center that fit perfectly with the axis of rotation. The whole look is quite fantastic. In addition, A Long also built an adjustable height mechanism into it, so it could be used for different needs. This craftsmanship is truly amazing. The next task was to make the windows. A Long marked the raw wood and then cut a groove along those marks, and then smoothed it further with hand tools. He was going to use the groove structure to join the entire window frame. After this, he took a plastic sheet out of his bag and fitted it into the frame to act as glass. Thus, a large, clean floor-to-ceiling window was ready. Installing it was also very easy. Now, just slide it up and down, and the window opens and closes completely. A Long installed the remaining 2 windows as well. Now, the room's lighting reached a full 100%, and air could enter at any time. It's clear that A Long was very happy with his work. As evening approached, A Long began to cook his dinner for the night. He heated oil in the wok, then added about 500 grams, a pound, of cured pork meat cake. He cooked it until it was slightly blackened on both sides, then cut it into small pieces, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The aroma was so good that even his dog couldn't stop itself. After half a month of continuous hard work, Along was finally able to sit in his newly built shelter and enjoy this delicious wilderness meal. There are still 2 more rooms to prepare, so Along soon lay down on his newly made bed.